Hello, 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 and welcome back. And excuse us for the delay. We were dealing with some tech issues, but we should be back now, and hopefully this will hold up. I have with me two great runners of a DLC for RE5, so I leave it over to Snake right away.
Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks for having me back again. Yeah, we're going to be doing Resident Evil 5 Lost in Nightmares. Run I picked up very recently, and it is a bag of fun. It's like Resident Evil 5 takes you back to like classic Resident Evil vibe. So I'm excited to show it off. I'm joined by Sonic, my right hand man, my best mod. Don't tell my other mods I said that. But yeah,
my name is Sonic. I'm an OG Resident Evil runner, and like Snake said, we've been running this for about a month now or so, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. This is Lost in Nightmares, which is one of two story DLCs for Resident Evil 5. It pretty much serves as a prequel to explain a couple of things before the actual game events. And yeah, it's a fairly short run, but there's a lot of interesting stuff that hopefully we can show you today. So I'm just going to join you, Snake, whenever you're ready, and then we can jump straight into it.
Yeah. I'm ready, dude.
Let me know when to start the timer, so...
Yep.
Yeah.
So let me just open up Steam, because it's not letting me...
Once you've clicked join, do a 3, 2, 1 countdown.
It's not letting me join you for some reason, it just says launch game. So, technical difficulties on top of the technical difficulties. But...
Let me do it again.
It's some tech difficulties sprinkled on top.
Oh, that'll be why. I'm just on the menu. I thought it was on...
I was like, oh no, my game's bugged out. There you go, I'll join you. Sick, alright.
Timer start in 3, 2, 1.
Alright. So, starting off in the mansion here, you're going to see some interesting things with this run, mostly to do with the way the co-op works. So you can do this solo, but what makes this run so interesting is because it is co-op, there's different things that both characters can do. So I'm going to block this door here, so when Snake gets through, we're not wasting any time having to kick the door open. But this is the first part where, if you're playing solo, this would something that you wouldn't have to be able to do. But Snake's going to go straight through, and we're going to do a bit of a little cheeky manip here. Once he jumps down from the dining room table, it's going to start some dialogue here, so I'm just going to shoot this door, which I'll explain in a second. And we need 3 passwords. So I'm going to grab that now. And that's going to trigger that. Now, once he triggers that dialogue, we're not going to be able to pick it up. So optimally, he'll wait, I'll grab it, he'll jump down.
Yeah, something we learned very recently,
and that's one of the most interesting things about this run, is just seeing how... So you've got the second password there, he's unlocked and let me in there. We're going to shoot this door. They pay a little bit of homage in this mod to the old Resident Evils, where when you go through the doors, and you'll see it soon, it kind of does this little dawn transition, but we can completely skip that, as you can see here, by just shooting the door down. It's just paying no respect to, dispensers. So this is one of the glitches that I'm not going to do in this run because it is a little bit risky and it's super RNG based, but if you aim up here with a grenade, you can actually skip this entire puzzle. It will go through, and where you can see this button, it skips this entire section. So I'm just going to shoot that and grab the emblem here.
Yeah, so I then discard the gun, because Jill runs quicker with the gun unequipped. And it's quite noticeable, to be honest. Like, you can kind of notice how much quicker she is with
Definitely.
No weapon
and you'll see in a minute I'm going to pick up some grenades, and it's the same thing. Jill and Chris just going to speed through. So...
And for a start, Jill's probably quicker because she hasn't got, like, 100 kilogram muscles on her arms.
Also, she has the best outfit that she ever worn, so there's that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one. Not often me
no,
and Tom agree,
we're gonna have to write that down and time it and clip it.
Commemorate it. So we're going to grab the third paper here, and here's where we do one of the grenade glitches. So I'm going to switch to keyboard and mouse because you get a little reticle here. aims straight down here, and it goes straight through the door, blows up the gate here, or the lock kind of blocking it. It actually saves us quite a bit of time for a later section, so I can pull this little lever now. And that's the password. So you're going to see Snake's going to be heading to the dining room because we have 3 pieces of paper, 2 of them being a password, 1 being heat sensitive. So once he uses that on the fireplace, I can now go and put those in, trigger the trap. But because we've already skipped it, you'll see in a second. So there it is, unlocked there. Now usually what would happen?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, he's just gonna be waiting for me to get the crank. Usually there'd be a little bit of a cutscene there where the ceiling kind of starts coming down, classic Resident Evil style. And if you look at my kind of screen here, the player would have to shoot the lock here. But because we did that grenade glitch, we've completely skipped it. So now we've got the crank, we've got the means to get out of here. As you can see on Snake's screen, he's going to be cranking it up.
I don't know about you, Sornek, but do you reckon if people start donating a bit more, we will get red crank?
Oh, 100%. I reckon.
I think we need to rely on chat for
get
this.
some blessed RNG here.
Because if you don't donate, one, we're going to get the blue crank. 2, I'm going to cry. And you don't want that.
It's that kind of ugly cries. You better skip that. Get your wallets out to skip that.
So we're moving on to the second part of the run here. And we're going to be approaching the first enemy in the game who can pop up here. It's complete. There's a little bit of RNG to it. And I thought they had an interesting name, but I looked at it and they're just called blobs. They're just called blob. And yep, there you go. And they can one hit, as you can see there. They're very. There's a chance that that's not going to happen, but unfortunately in this case, he spawned very close.
Great RNG.
But as you can see there, he's a one-hit kill. But I'm going to use my last grenade here to blow this wall up. Another one of these blobs is sitting behind it, so I'm just going to run past. I'm hoping he doesn't swing in. Nice, okay. And you're going to see another interesting bit of tech for this run, which I call tactical resets. Basically going to reset it. It's going to stop that monster's aggro and we can just continue. And you're going to see that a couple of times throughout this run. So that monster there can actually spawn facing the other way. Again, another little bit of RNG there, but we slip past. Snake's going to leave me here. I've grabbed the old key and he's going to go use said key now. In the meantime, I'm just going to be annoying and so another tactical reset.
I thought we were in trouble then. It was literally right next to the door when he went to grab me.
Honestly, there's a lot of clench-worthy moments in this. But we're on to the next part, grabbing the two pieces of the metal here. Oh god, almost got grabbed there too. If they grab you, it's pretty much GG. They will one-hit you.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
But as you can see though, I think one of the most interesting dynamics of this run is the fact that we both have our own things we need to do, and optimally you both need to be playing on point to be doing it. And I don't think there's enough of that in Resident Evil, you know? That kind of co-op aspect.
Yeah. Probably like this best Resident Evil 4 co-op, isn't it really?
Honestly, I spent way too much time playing the multiplayer on this back in the day. It was sick.
I used to spend hours on Mercenaries Reunion.
That was sick. So another tactical reset there, because it actually resets because we go off of in-game time. Manipulates it a bit, saves us a couple of seconds. That's RNG here. We have got the red crank or the blue crank. In the normal run, the red crank is what you want. Blue crank is an instant reset, but should we get that now? Which I know we would. We're going to just have to do usually we'd reset this, but obviously we're not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to manipulate him while keep him a little bit busy. While Snake... Yeah, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I said weeks ago this was going to happen. I know. But in the meantime, you've got to be very careful here as well. His aggro. If I run too far away, he's going to instantly zone in on Snake. not what we want. So I've got to be really careful not to get too far away from him. Just got to be really careful that he doesn't. There you go. Okay, sick. All right. He's going to start coming over in a second, and I'll tell you when. Oh no, he's going for you. He's going for you. I'm going to flash him. See, and this is why Blue Crank is very, very frustrating. If it was Red Crank, we'd be done by now. But his AI can be very funky. Even me going around that corner stopped him from chasing me. But I should probably stop making him do that. Gonna just start backing up into it. You've got to be real safe and careful with it. Alright, go for it. There we go. So I'll grab the medal if you want to go straight ahead and put that in. Sick.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah, not the greatest RNG. In a run usually you just would reset on that, but we made it work. An interesting thing as well is because we're playing amateur, which is the lowest difficulty, we only have to get one emblem. But if you play it on professional mode, there are more enemies. You've got to get every emblem, so you could be in there for a few minutes. Quickly approaching the final boss of the DLC. Like we said, it's a very short one, which will be Mr. Wesker. So, bit of a bit of a meme fight, but gonna shoot him twice here, and the key is to get him stun locked. Oh, so I'm going to try that again. Just kind of stun lock him like that. Oh, I messed that one up a little bit. I thought that was over, to be honest, but I think he's probably got one good hit and then we're done. Nice, dude. And that's it. GG. The timer should stop in a minute.
Oh, what a way to end it with a cart. We ended the fight with a cartwheel.
Time will be right as this cutscene ends. But yeah. It can be a very difficult fight, especially on solo. But in co-op, we can kind of stun lock him. And yeah, GG's either way. I think that gives us a 920. I think most of that time comes from Blue Crank. But either way, very short and sweet run, but a lot of stuff going on. And I definitely recommend it if you've got a friend who wants to jump in on the speedruns. This is a great co-op run to jump in on.
Yeah, really enjoying it.
But yeah, I just want to thank Snake as well for joining me on this run, Tom for giving commentary as well. And
RPB, let me have a look for you, Pointy.
I believe it's 7 minutes, like just below. 7:30,
I think.
So I think because of the meme that was Blue Crank, that ended up costing a little bit of time there. But hey, you know what? It's not about the journey; it's just about the destination. And as long as we put on a good show.
7:53 is RPB.
It's a close on that. And I think in our PV as well, we didn't do the little glitch that you saw me do at the beginning.
Yeah. But yeah, very fun to showcase. So yeah, that's Resident Evil 5 Lost in Nightmares co-op. Tom, anything to say?
No, it was a short run, but it was very nice to see. Is it an easy run to pick up, do you think, for new players?
I think maybe a couple of test runs and you'll be pretty comfortable with it. And it's good solo as well. You just got to deal with the classic Capcom 2009 AI. So that's up to you. I'm going to leave that up to you. But,
yeah, I mean, it's a version of RE5, so you know, AI.
Exactly. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the run anyway, and I appreciate FTLG for having us on here.
Yeah, same. Thanks again for having us, and
keep those
donations coming in, guys.
You have all their links in chat, so check them out, guys. Great runners, both of them.
Yeah, thank you so much.